I want to share with you the studies of neurophysiologist Irvin Korr. Korr spent 5 decades of his life in studying the spine and its direct influence on the immune system. He has a series of papers that he published, now which can be found in PubMed. One of them is titled "The Spinal Cord as the Organizer of Disease Process." And what he found in this study was that the musculoskeletal system had 90% of the connections with the nerve system. And so let me just kind of rephrase that and make sure that you understand this. It means that the spine and the structure of the body have 90% of the connections to the brain and nerve system. And so what he found was that your spine just wasn't there to hold you up and protect your spinal cord, but it actually had direct communication and influence with the nerve system that ultimately influenced immune function of the body. And so the bottom line in the work of Korr showed us and proved that when you have a segment out of place or a vertebral subluxation, which you all now know, that creates stress that causes an inflammatory pathway or an increase in something called sympathetic tone in your nerve system. And what happens when you have increased sympathetic tone in the nerve system, it sets off a cascade of processes in the body as if the body was being attacked. So as if it's under attack by a tiger or a lion, it goes into a fight or flight mode of behavior. And this is a very good response in that it helps you in situations as if you were actually being attacked or being chased by a tiger. But if left unaltered and left chronically, it will kill you. Short-term situation, it's life-saving. But when it's there long-term, it will destroy the body. When you have an increase in sympathetic tone or a chronic fight or flight situation in your body, it literally shuts down every process. You have an increase in hormones called adrenaline and noradrenaline. What these do will decrease the relaxing hormones, and at the same time, remember when we talked about if you're being chased. When you're being chased, you're not worried about digesting your food at that point, so your digestive system shuts down. When you're being chased, your blood pressure skyrockets, your pupils dilate because you're looking for an area of escape. When you're being chased, you're not worried about sleeping at that point. You're worried about running away. And so, like I said, it's good for a short time when you're fleeing from a predator, but when it's sustained for a long duration, it destroys, it kills. And then you start the disease process. High blood sugar that leads to diabetes, high blood pressure that leads to heart disease. Increased stress hormones, which leads to thyroid burnout, leading to fibromyalgia. The list goes on and on and on. Depression and immune system, decrease in your ability to focus. Your attention goes down, your energy goes down. The state of physiology, becomes not what any healthy human should ever experience for a sustained period of time. And this happens with every vertebral subluxation because of its influence on the central nervous system, which is what Korr had discovered. And so you have to realize that the only way to stop that fight or flight pattern, to stop the body from being under attack, is to realign the subluxation through a specific chiropractic adjusting and allow the body to heal. That's the only thing that will cage that tiger. Once you cage the tiger, your body can now rest and begin to heal. And then we can work on the stresses that you were exposed to in the begin with to get you down that inflammatory pathway. So it's so vitally important that you continue on with your adjustment schedule, okay? Don't miss your appointments, because every time you miss an appointment, you're losing ground on keeping the tiger under control and just helping your body to heal. The best way you're going to heal is when your nerve system is functioning at 100%, and that's how you can live in victory.